5 bullets in the back, 7 shots total. And the police call it self-defense. Oh, please, did they think we were all born yesterday? This isn't just another tragic headline. Folks, this is the kind of story that makes you question if the justice system is run by law or by a VIP guest list. Picture it. A mother on the phone with her son, hearing his voice for 1 second, gunfire the next, and now she's being told the shooter was the victim. Yeah, because nothing says danger. Like someone walking away with their back turned, right? But wait, here's the plot twist nobody saw coming. This isn't happening in some tiny forgotten corner of America. Nope, this is going down in Gwinnett County, Georgia. Home turf, 2 names you definitely know. Names with reality TV clout, social media reach, and just enough influence to make police reports read like PR press releases. So buckle up, because this isn't just about a shooting. This is about connections, cover-ups, and the kind of coincidences that make you wonder if we're living in a Netflix true crime series, only without the happy ending. Let's lay it all out, because this is one of those cases where the official story is so neatly packaged, it practically comes with a gift receipt. The police say T. Hood, Atlanta rapper and local name in the scene, shot dead in what they're calling a self-defense situation. The mother says her son was walking away, literally mid-step, when 5 bullets tore into his back and 2 more hit his torso. That's 7 shots total, because apparently in Georgia, self-defense now comes with an ammo budget. And the kicker. She says she was on the phone with him when it happened, hearing his voice, his breathing, right until the moment the shots rang out. But sure, let's pretend the guy with his back turned was the biggest threat in the room. And if that doesn't already smell fishy, wait until you get a whiff of what happened after. According to Mama T. Hood, nobody called the cops right away. Not 5 minutes later, not 10 minutes later, hours passed before anyone picked up a phone. In that time, she says, the story magically transformed from a man walking away, gets gunned down, to hero, saves woman from violent attacker. Now, if you've been following the playbook of how powerful people spin a scandal, you already know this move. Step 1, delay the call. Step 2, rehearse the script. Step 3, make sure everyone inside the house has their lines memorized before the uniforms arrive. And here's where it gets juicy. The shooter. According to whispers in the street and online anonymous sources, he's connected to the family of none other than Kirk Frost and Rashida Yes. Those Kirk and Rashida from Love and Hip Hop. Big names in reality TV, bigger names in Atlanta's business scene. And apparently, in certain corners of Gwinnett County, those names carry more weight than a grand jury subpoena. Are we really supposed to believe that when their circle is involved, the police are going to treat it like any other shooting? Please, this is the kind of influence you can't buy unless, of course, you can. So let's recap. Mother on the phone. Here's her son walking away. 7 bullets later, he's gone. Hours of silence follow. And then, voila, a perfectly polished self-defense narrative. Oh, and a lead investigator who, according to the mother, suddenly stopped returning calls and started acting like she was asking for a favor instead of justice. That's not suspicious at all, right? But we're just getting started. 'Cause this case doesn't just have a grieving mother and a questionable police report, has a leaked audio clip from Kelsey, the woman at the center of it all, herself saying he didn't deserve that. Let me repeat, this is the supposed victim the shooter was protecting, admitting the man who was killed didn't deserve it. Now, if that's your idea of a confession, that should change the investigation. You'd be correct if you lived anywhere but Gwinnett County, apparently. And here's where the story tilts from tragic to downright shady. Because what happened after that leak will make you question whether the truth ever had a fighting chance. Because the second that leaked Kelsey audio hit the airwaves, you'd think the case would have blown wide open. But no, within days, the tone changed faster than a politician in election season. That he didn't deserve that moment vanished from the official narrative like it was never spoken. Suddenly, Kelsey's injuries were front and center in the reports. Bruises photographed, statements rewritten. And the shooter, whose name remains conveniently absent from any official release, wasn't just questioned. He was released the same night, not charged, not even booked overnight for further investigation. That's not VIP treatment? Then I guess I've been living under a rock my whole life. And the public. They weren't buying it. Social media lit up like Times Square at midnight. Twitter threads dissected every bullet, every minute of that mysterious delay in calling the cops. Instagram stories started popping up with hashtags like Justice 40 Hood and 7 Shots No Justice. Facebook aunties were already drafting prayer chain posts, and Facebook uncles were swearing they knew someone on the inside who could spill the real tea. Anonymous Reddit accounts popped up claiming to have friends in the department who whispered about phone calls from people with last names that magically opened doors in Atlanta. Then came the exclusive fake leaks, because, of course, in every scandal there's always someone willing to slip a folder under the table if it means sticking it to the system. One anonymous source claimed the shooter wasn't just connected to Kirk and Rashida's circle, he was allegedly at family barbecues, birthday parties, and maybe even business meetings. Another source said an off-duty officer was in the neighborhood the night it happened and was told to keep walking. Nobody came. No witness statement. Nothing. The YouTube commentary machine cranked into overdrive. Live stream hosts were breaking it down frame by frame like it was the Zapruder film. TikTok detectives with 37 followers were doing deep dives into who Kelsey follows on Instagram. And through it all, Mama T. Hood stayed consistent. Her son was leaving. He wasn't a threat. And 7 bullets in the back do not equal self-defense in any sane world. And here's where it got really messy. Money started entering the conversation. People began connecting dots between the Frost family's multiple businesses, their ties to Atlanta's music and entertainment industry, and the kind of political friendships you don't make unless you've been around for a long time. These weren't conspiracy theorists in tinfoil hats. These were community members, some of whom had been on the wrong end of a Gwinnett County arrest, nodding along like, yep, that's how it goes down here. By this point, the story wasn't just about T. Hood anymore. It was about whether influence could outweigh truth and whether in Gwinnett County you could get away with murder as long as you knew the right names and just when people thought the public outrage might force the police to take a harder look. The opposite happened at Butte, because instead of tightening the investigation, it felt like the system doubled down on the self-defense storyline. The lead detective, nowhere to be found, calls from Mama T, who'd reportedly went unanswered. And when she finally got through, she says she was met with short, dismissive replies, as if she was inconveniencing them by asking why her son's killer was walking free. And the shooter, he became a ghost. No mugshot, no public records, not even a leaked booking photo for the internet to fight over. Almost like the whole thing was being handled behind a curtain, away from prying eyes. Meanwhile, the community split into 2 camps. Camp 1, the official story believers convinced this was just another tragic domestic dispute gone wrong. Camp 2, the this is a cover-up crowd, fueled by that audio clip, the delay in calling police, and the Frost family's rumored influence. And if you think the divide was heated in private conversations, you should have seen the comment sections. People were threatening boycotts of local businesses, tagging politicians, and straight up accusing Gwinnett County PD of being a reality show prop department for rich Atlanta elites. The online host covering the story turned his live stream into a full-on campaign. He told viewers they weren't just fighting for T. Hood, they were fighting for every family that's ever watched a police report rewrite reality in real time. He vowed to call the department live on air, demand the lead detective, and get answers while thousands watched. And if that failed, straight to internal affairs. And if that failed, we go federal, he said, promising to hand it to the FBI. The chat was eating it up, spamming hashtag FBI for the OD and flooding phone lines like it was a radio contest. Behind the scenes, whispers got louder. People claimed there were text messages, between Kelsey and mutual friends before police even arrived. Messages that hinted the story was being cleaned up for law enforcement. Others swore the shooter's family was making quiet calls to make sure no charges stuck. Whether any of it was true didn't even matter anymore. The perception of corruption had taken root. And once that happens, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. And yet, as the days turned into weeks, nothing changed. No arrests, no new statements, no press conferences. The official line stayed locked. Self-defense. The mother's line stayed locked too. Execution. And between those two immovable walls sat a community that had to decide whether to believe the paper or the phone call. By now, it wasn't just about justice, it was about sending a message. 'Cause if this case slid quietly into cold file storage, it would prove exactly what Mama T. Hood feared. That in Gwinnett County, truth doesn't always survive the weight of a big name and a bigger bank account. So tell me, do you believe this was self-defense? Or was it a cover-up wrapped in police tape? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this conversation isn't over until the truth is louder than the lies. And if you're ready for more stories they don't want you to hear, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we're just getting started.